The Isle of Skye in the Scottish Highlands is one of the most beautiful and visited places in the UK. But why do so many people fall in love with this island, and what's it like to actually live here?
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Willie.
We sold our suburban home and risked it all to live a different pace of life, moving to a 200-year-old cottage in a remote corner of this incredible Scottish island.
Join us and our dogs Jack and Nori as we share what it's really like to take the plunge and live the dream, the highs, the lows, and everything in between.
In last week's video, we left you on a cliffhanger as we waited for the all-important survey and valuation on the disused 1850s church building that we're trying to buy and turn into my dream art gallery.
Find out the results of the survey and valuation as we continue with the process of purchasing the old church.
Plus, I take you with me as I visit some beautiful locations in Skye, delivering some of my art prints to an exciting new retailer.
Then, as the first of this year's named storms rips through the Hebridean archipelago, causing untold damage in its wake, join us as we brace for the high winds, lashing rain, and crashing seas of Storm Amy.
If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with our weekly adventures.
Join us as we continue. Living the Skye life.
This week is very exciting for me because I have a new retail stockist who's going to take my prints here on the island, which is always great news. This retailer actually has 2 locations. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but I'm going to get on with making these prints, and then later in the week I'm going to take them out and stock them up. And yeah, I'm very excited. They're taking 45 A5 prints, which are the smaller ones that I do, and they're also taking some cards. I've just updated my card selection actually, so I've now got 2 different sets, one of animals and one of wildflowers. I've launched them on my Etsy store as well, so if you do want cards or prints, you can head across there and check my Etsy store out. But if you're going to be on the island and you'd rather buy things in person, then I'm going to have 5 places that you can do that on the island. What I'm going to do today is start doing the prints. I have a scanner, so I scan in all my paintings, I edit them on my laptop, and I then print them with my big fancy Epson printer, which, fingers crossed, touch wood, is not going to play up today. Hopefully it's going to go smoothly. I sign them, I date them, and I do a little description of what the painting is and where I found it. So I've got 45 of those to do, so I better get cracking and make sure I've got everything ready to take to this new retailer. So I'm nearly done now. I've just got a few more prints to do and only had a couple of casualties, maybe 2 or 3 that haven't come out right. I've had this printer for about 2.5 years now. It's the Epson SureColor P900 and it's actually doing really well. Touch wood. I say as it makes a weird noise. The only issue that I find is that the front paper tray tends to get caught on the prints coming out. Case in point. So I have to use this palette knife to make sure each individual print comes out without getting caught, otherwise it gets a bit stuck and there's like a blurry line through the print. Some of the ones with flaws I do sell at a reduced price. I might have a bit of a sale at some point. I do try and sell them. I don't like them to go to waste, but I can't obviously sell them full price, and I wouldn't take them to one of my retailers either. I also this week need to work on something Christmassy. I can't believe it. I'm going to paint a few Christmassy details because I want to update my Christmas cards. So I've got the Santa hat ones that I did a couple of years ago, but I want to change it up and do a few different ones as well. So I've got some new designs for this year. I also need to figure out what's going in my calendar this year. Yeah. Okay, that's all 45 prints done. So that's the Scottish blackface sheep, the creeping thistle, the nosy coo, the otter, and the gorse flowers as well. So I've got 5 different designs, 45 prints, and then maybe tomorrow I will get on with packaging them all up and getting them ready, and then I can take them out to get stocked up in the shop. And the fact that they wanted the Scottish blackface sheep, specifically that print, might give you a little clue as to where these prints are going to. In the meantime, someone probably needs a walk. Where's your brother, eh? Where's your brother? Is he snoozing on the sofa? Yes.
Welcome back to the saga of the church gallery that might never become a church gallery.
We left you last week waiting on the survey and valuation. Thank you. Can you just lie down, please?
Nice ear scratch.
Good boy, just wait there. That's what we really needed before we went on with the next stages of progressing with that sale. And it came back this morning, and there's nothing really materially wrong with the building. It's in pretty good condition, as we thought.
However, the valuation came in.
The asking price that the estate agent is listing it as is significantly higher than what our report is saying that it's worth.
So we've spoken to our solicitor, we've asked him to go back to the estate agent and to the sellers, so we're now waiting to hear what the solicitor says or what the estate agent says based on our response. My feeling is they'll just tell us to eat it, basically. They won't entertain it.
We've also done all this research about how much planning application and all the services are going to cost us, and adding it all up, it's just not going to come to a price that's going to come back to us in the future when we might sell it.
That valuation for us, it just doesn't make sense. So at the moment, we're going to have to wait until the solicitor comes back, having spoken to the estate agent, and take it from there. And Nori is snuffling around on the floor. You can probably hear that.
Nori does not give two hoots about this gallery.
He does like biscuits though.
He does. Yeah, so, I mean, we feel a little bit naive just sort of taking that listing price as the value.
But if this doesn't happen, which I doubt it will now, and we look at other buildings, at least we've got a bit of, savvy.
A bit savvy, I was about to say that. A bit more like, we're not completely, we're green to this. We've never bought a commercial property before. At the moment, we might not end up buying one.
No, I don't think we will. I'm sorry, honey, but I really don't think it's going to happen now.
We've instructed our solicitor to go in with opening up sort of negotiations and saying where our new baseline is. All we can really hope for now is that the sellers remember that our idea of the community-led gallery sort of aligns with their ideas for how the building was going to be used, and fingers crossed that they can still see that. So there we go, that's our update for now, and hopefully we'll be back with some better news, but
or some kind of positive news.
Any news would be good. We've done all we can at this point, and we're
tired.
We are tired.
Yes, very actually. Right, anyway.
We're tired, frustrated, a little disappointed, but it's not over yet. It's not over yet.
And there is our truth.
Tomorrow is the day that I'm taking out the prints to my 2 new retail shops on the island, so I have to package them all up. Today is a windy, rainy, horrible day, so it's a good day to be inside the studio and getting stuff like this done. I'm very excited to take you out to the retailers tomorrow. It's going to be good to have a little look round, and let's get going. I packaged up all my prints for retail with a recycled cardboard insert, a business card, compostable wallets and stickers. I then did the same with the sets of note cards, and I also printed some bios to go with my displays. Okay, we are done. We are ready for our retailers tomorrow. In the morning, I will take you with me, and I really hope it's not doing this tomorrow. It is pouring with rain, and it's basically done this on and off all day, and we like to show off Skye looking its best, but quite often it looks like this, so we'll just have to see. As predicted, it is pouring with rain, so full waterproofs, and I'm gonna have to find a way to keep those boxes dry because I don't want the prints getting wet, because even though they're in those wallets, they are compostable, so the more they get wet, the quicker they'll deteriorate. So, wish me luck. All right, we made it to Portree, and I'm actually just in the Co-op car park at the moment because I had to come do a Facebook Marketplace buy in the Co-op car park of some ramps for our cars. So when we're getting underneath to look at the underneath of the cars or doing the liner guarding to stop them getting rusty, you might have seen us sort of squeezing and crawling underneath the cars. Now we've got a set of ramps that we can push the cars up on so we can get underneath easier. So that was my car park Facebook Marketplace sale of the day. So now I'm going to head into the town centre and I'm going to go to the first retailer, and I'll show you where I'm going very soon. Well, there we go, secret's out. It's Skye Skins, that's my new retailer, and yes, they have 2 shops. They have their main showroom and tannery, which is in Waternish, near the village of Skye, which we've shown before, and that's where I'm going next. But they also have a little shop in Portree. They sell obviously their rugs, they sell homewares, and they also sell coffee, which is roasted here on the Isle of Skye. And I think it's a bit of a hidden gem really in Portree, because it's not on that main street of shops, but it's on a little side street, really close to the bright yellow youth hostel, so it's hard to miss. And it's in between 2 other really lovely gift shops, but you go down some stairs and it's this little sort of tucked away hidden gem. It's really cozy down there. You can sit in their window seats, or they've got a little area outside and you can sort of look down onto the harbour, which is really nice. A bit of a bonus on a day like today, because when the weather's bad, you tend to find a lot of people have the same idea, to come to Portree, have a little mooch around the shops, maybe sit down for a cup of coffee somewhere warm and dry. And you do find some of the places on the main streets get really busy, and Skye Skins is usually pretty quiet, and they do really good coffee and they do really good home baking. They do the coffees in these little takeaway cups. You can either take it away and pay £3 for your new reusable cup, or you can take it back to either their Portree or Waternish shops and you get your £3 deposit back, and they wash it and reuse it, which I think is really cool. Didn't get one from there today, but I'm heading over to Waternish now and I'm going to go to their yurt and probably get a cup of coffee this afternoon. The tannery here in Waternish is where these sheepskins that would normally have been destined for landfill are turned into luxurious rugs, like the one that Jack and Nori make good use of in our cottage. Even on a dreich autumn day, the views from the showroom are absolutely stunning. As well as their own products, they are proud to stock lots of independent Scottish makers, including several from here on the island. The tannery stays open year-round, but the coffee shop is now closed for the winter season and will reopen again in spring as the island starts to get busier again. I'm on a slant at the moment. It's quite a steep car park here at Skye Skins. That's actually how the car is. All dropped off, all set up, and I'm very happy with my 2 new retailers now. So that takes me up to 5 across the island, which is very exciting. I really wanted to get my prints for sale in Portree for a long time, because it is the main town on the island and a lot of people go there. And if you arrive on the island by boat, either by ferry or by cruise ship, for example, people often do go to Portree but miss out Broadford, and it is a place where a lot of people go. Some up here now in Waternish as well, which is sort of the northwest of the island. And Waternish is a really great area. There's a lot of really creative people here, so it's a really nice place to be involved with. I'm just really happy to be part of Skye Skins now, because it's a really cool business here. It's family run, they've got a really sustainable ethos, and it's based here on the island, and I just think it's a really lovely company to be part of. Thanks so much to Emma and Isabel that I spoke to. They've been really lovely and really great to work with, and I'm just very happy to be part of it. And unsurprisingly, as with most of our retailers, as well as buying the prints, you can also get coffee and cake. That's pretty much the perfect combination for me. Shopping, coffee, cake on the Isle of Skye. What could be better? Well, it's been another eventful week in Skye Life Cottage, and yet we don't have a lot to show for it still.
No, we're sort of 2 steps forwards, 2 steps back, and a bit, I think. So we're sort of 2.5 steps back now. We don't really know what's going, but let's see how I explain this bit. That sound you're hearing, by the way, is the start of a storm.
So it's Friday afternoon. On Wednesday, that was when we got the report back and the valuation from the surveyors. Because of that report that had such a significantly lower valuation of the property than the asking price, we had to reevaluate our offer. So on Wednesday afternoon, our solicitors sent in our revised offer to the sellers, outlining why we showed them the report. The sellers rejected it because it's significantly lower than what they're asking for, which is fair enough. They can ask for a price that they want. So yeah, we weren't that surprised that they came back and said no, but we were hoping there's room for negotiation.
At the moment, we're about £5,000 in because we've had to pay for a survey and we've had to pay, well, we will have to pay legal fees.
Solicitors' fees, yeah.
I've written down a list now. Sorry about grabbing my phone. I don't normally do that on camera, but it's so extensive that I have to because I can't remember it all. So let's just have a look at what I've written down. These are just notes. So we don't yet know about planning permission properly. We don't know if we'll get it. For change of use, then there's the water connection. We don't know if we'll get a water connection from the mains water. The septic tank and sewage system, that would also be an issue. We don't know if there's enough room to put it in. We don't know if the electrics are up to current building regulations because we need to have, get someone out to look at them. We don't know if there would be a viable heating system. There's no roof insulation, and we don't know if there's any insulation between the plasterboard and the stone walls in the main room. The windows need attention because some of them are rotten. There's a leak in the roof that's damaged the internal plastering, and we can't see how bad it is. We'd have to rip that off. And obviously they're not going to let us do that until we buy it. The vestibule and hallway interior walls are incredibly wet, and we think they'll probably need to be ripped out completely and a waterproof membrane put in and entirely redone. And then on top of that, the pews that are in the building, we got in touch with a few architectural salvage companies, and all of them have come back and said they wouldn't buy them because they're single-ended, they're fitted into the walls, you see. So there's so many things that just keeps mounting up. And we'd like to stress as well, the seller and the estate agent have done nothing wrong at all. We're not angry with them at all. The situation is, you can sell a property for whatever you want, and a commercial property for whatever you want. It's just the way it is. It's just the system. So they're doing nothing wrong.
Yeah, we just need to feel confident in our investment. Essentially, it's an investment. Obviously, we want to make a gallery that is a community-based thing. We want to have local artists and lots of people represented, but at the end of the day, we would be investing our life savings in it.
Exactly.
And even 10, 20, 30 years down the line, if we then came to sell that building, we need to be confident that the money we're putting into it, the purchase price and all the renovations and upkeep we're going to have to do, we're going to see a return on that, and we're not going to lose money, because that just doesn't make good sense.
It doesn't make any sense at all. By the way, we're holding it together right now, but there has been literally tears. Well, I've not been in tears, but Sarah has been a couple of times. It's been a real slog.
We've put so much mental work into this. We've been chasing down so many leads, and
we're not going to.
I'm not going to cry. I promise. I'm not going to cry on camera. It would just be such a shame. We're seeing all of these amazing supportive messages and comments coming in, and we love that you were so supportive of us and our dream.
It's so appreciated, and we feel kind of like, well, we'd be letting you down if we don't manage to do this. That's the kind of thoughts that are going on at 3 o'clock in the morning, when you're trying to sleep. And anyway.
Whoa.
There is Storm Amy starting.
Storm Amy has come in to tell us to think about other things. It's Friday afternoon, it's nearly 4 o'clock. We're not going to hear back an answer either way today, so we're just going to have to try and think of other things over the weekend, and we'll come back to you on Monday and give you an update about the church in the next video. Speaking of the storm, it's our first named storm of the season, so this is going to be Storm Amy, and only the really bad ones get names. We have an amber warning of wind tonight coming in from about 5 o'clock, and we think we're prepared. So I've just come back from doing the errands, got to the post office, got to the shop,
saw an otter,
stopped on the way home to see an otter.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. That's a good thing for taking your mind off it. It just brings you back to how good it is and amazing living on Skye and doing what we're doing when that kind of thing happens just on a normal day.
In the meantime, I was at home filling up the petrol into the generator, getting out the camping stove and the gas canisters, filling the log baskets, getting the candles out, the head torches. We think we're ready, so let's see what happens.
The wind is picking up now and it's only going to get worse overnight, so We're gonna settle down, we've got our blankets, gonna light a fire, and hopefully we'll get some dinner before the power maybe goes out.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's where we're leaving it with the church for now. We'll come back next week and give you an update on that, and hopefully we'll see you in the morning and the roof will not have blown off our cottage.
Yeah.
Because then we certainly won't be able to afford the church.
Well, it's the morning after the storm, and it was a bit of a rough night last night, wasn't it? Trying to get to sleep in that.
It was pretty wild. I think it peaked around about 10 or 11, and then it did kind of drop down after that, but there were some huge gusts. Like, you could feel the windows in the stove kind of going woo and rattling.
We haven't ventured outside yet, but we're about to venture outside and see if there's been any damage. Now, I am extremely apprehensive about this. I don't know how you feel.
I think it's going to be okay. We didn't hear any huge bangs, and the power stayed on, although the main lights tripped several times.
Something just flew past the window. It's still really windy right now.
The main lights kind of tripped a few times and went off, although all the plugs and the TV and stuff stayed on, so that was a bit strange.
Let's go and have a look outside. Now, as I said, it's really, really windy out there, so you're not going to be able to hear us. All you would hear is wind noise. But as it happens, I wrote a song called The Storm, which is quite fitting.
Look at that!
So the next thing you see is we'll be going out the door and you'll be listening to the song The Storm by me.
This weather's to change, not long till the storm is due. It's no complaint, I know it's just passing through. If rain soaks our clothes, the fire will dry them soon. The sweet scented smoke hangs on the air as I pour you a drink. Warm blankets to hide inside. Clouds blind to stars, but clouds blow away in time. And the rain conspires on a steel blue sky, while we cast shadows and candlelight. I don't mind if the storm hits tonight. There's no reason to go outside. Let the wind shake the trees and waves lash the beach. I don't mind. I don't mind if the storm hits tonight.
So actually, we fared okay considering it was just that little popper on the boat cover, and then your apple trees fell over. Oh, and we've got one light as well that I've got to fix. But given what we've seen online, on Facebook, etc., of other people in the area, they've just been, sheds demolished and everything. It's horrendous.
Trees coming down.
We really feel for those people. It's horrible out there. But as you know, it's part of the life in the Hebrides, and it's just what happens, unfortunately. But it's what it is.
Most people are pretty used to it by now. We know how to deal with it, and hopefully there's been no serious injuries or damage done.
Well, I really, really hope no injuries, especially. Yeah. So I guess we can put the generator away now, and the camping stove.
I think we'll be keeping the camping stove at hand, seeing as how many times the power's gone off in the past few months.
Very true.
As always, folks, thank you so much for watching our video. We really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please do leave us a like, a comment, or subscribe if you don't already. It's free to do, helps our channel to grow, and you get notified when our new videos come out, which is every week, UK time 8 PM on a Wednesday night.
And unfortunately, we can't really tell you any more about the church purchase just now because we don't know anymore, but we will keep you updated throughout. In the meantime, we'll just go back to living the Skye life as usual, and as further developments come in, we'll let you know.
If you did enjoy our video and you want to help support this channel, then you can join our amazing community over on Patreon, where you get bonus content, including a new video each month, for helping us out.
We haven't started a crowdfunder yet for the development of the church because we don't even know if it's going to happen yet, so we really appreciate everyone's support and for offering to help us, and if it does happen, you'll be the first to know. In the meantime, if you're interested in our creative endeavours, you can go over to Sarah's Etsy store for our artworks like these.
Music that features pages in all of our videos, including the song The Storm, which is very appropriate for this week. You can head to his Bandcamp page for songs like these.
These old walls saw 100 lives, from the days of old to these days of mine. I don't mind if the storm hits the night. There's no reason to go outside.
Links to all of these pages are in the video description. Not up there.
Hello. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you
next week.
Bye, folks.
Bye, folks.
We're leaving our suburban life, moving over the sea to Skye. Are we chasing a dream? I guess in time we will see, when we're living the Skye life. Living the Skye life.
Hello, little dog. La 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 la, little dog. Hiya. Pause. Thank you. Very good boy. I like it when you give me a paw. Can I have another one? Paw. Good boy. Well done. Nori. Hiya.
Just look straight at the camera. On. Yeah? I already said Bandcamp. Did I? Oh, okay. Well, start that again.
Here.
Start that again. Sorry. In your bed, please. Bed. But yeah, don't just look at it. Get in it. Cozy, cozy. Hey, boysies.
Nori's going to be in this section.
Oh, he's going to be pumping in this
He
section.
just passed wind as well. Very nice. Dog pumps in my studio.
I have a new retail stockist here on the Oh, big sigh. Tough life, isn't it, Nori? Well, it's been another eventful week in Skye Life Cottage. Snuff? Cafes and shops are having to... Whoa! I know, boys. Shocking, isn't it? I don't know what he's seen or heard. It was probably just the wind. Alright, let's go outside. I've got my print racks. Where are they? What the...
Welcome back to the saga of the church gallery, which... Oh, he knocked out his tail.
Now I'm going to head into this city. Portuguese is not a city. Such a significantly lower valuation of the property. Thank you, Nori.
The song The Storm by me.
Available on Bandcamp.
Now available on Bandcamp. Yeah.
Bye, folks.
Yeah, bye, folks. Bye, folks.
Bye, folks. Should we try that again? One, two.
Hi, folks. Bye, folks.
1, 2, 3. Bye, folks.
Bye, folks. I went Elvis.
You did.
I did. It's great.
Change from Billy Connolly.
See you later. Click here to subscribe to live in the Skye Life.
Click here to go back to the start of our adventures with our very first episode.